Hello, everybody. I'm Matt.
And I'm Maggie.
And we are
Hopefully Awesome.
That's right. A positive place on the internet where we nerd out about all the geeky things we love. And today's geeky thing is... Ooh, Sailor Moon. That's right, everybody. This is the Sailor Moon Cosmic Power Rewind. That's right. We definitely worked hard to remember that name. Our weekly podcast where we revisit Sailor Moon from the beginning, week by week, episode by episode. Remember, if you'd like to support the channel, you can head over to patreon.com/hopefullyawesome or join us as a member right here on youtube.com/hopefullyawesome. Get your name in every episode like those fine folks did. You can also get access to Google Drives and all that fun stuff. Remember, this episode is also brought to you in part by Amazon Prime, a free 30-day trial. We'll tell you more about that here in just a bit. Maggie, it is our first ever episode of the Sailor Moon podcast.
Yeah.
How are you feeling?
I'm nervous.
Hey, that's okay. You know, Maggie's pulling hosting duties for Hopefully Awesome for the first time. And I'm just going to say it. You're not going to live up to me.
No, I'm not.
I'm joking.
I'm not. I don't have the charisma and confidence that you
Maggie,
just bleed out all the time.
You're
just oozing with it.
You do your fair share of bleeding, okay?
Oh my god.
That's definitely not going to make the final episode.
It's not.
That shit's getting cut immediately.
Yeah, it is. Oh, yes.
All right, everybody. So, yeah. First ever episode of Sailor Moon. It's exciting.
Yes.
Of course, we
long time coming.
Oh yeah, you've been wanting to do this since like we first launched Hopefully Awesome.
Yeah.
I remember. Do you remember when we first did the Hopefully Awesome show, the Saturday morning super show?
Oh Jesus.
And I was gonna make a segment called Maggie's Anime Corner.
Yeah.
And the theme song was gonna be I still remember it was the Beatles, like, what is it? Hey there, Maggie, Maggie, you have enough down away. You know that song? You know that song.
Probably. Yeah, I don't know.
But it's like, it's Maggie's anime. She's telling it all today. Something like that.
Oh.
And then we
didn't
do it. Yeah. So Maggie, this being the first episode of the Sailor Moon podcast, what is your history with Sailor Moon?
Well, I didn't get to watch it until it started airing on Toonami.
Ah, yes, Toonami, the goat of 90s anime. Let's be honest.
And I think that was like 6th grade, I believe, for me.
Yeah.
And I just fell in love with it. I wanted the manga, but the manga that I have from back then is apparently extremely rare and expensive.
Wait,
yeah.
Like we could make money off of it?
Probably.
What the hell? What are we? Why are we saying to be selling that thing?
I can't let go of it. It's so I've used it so much.
It's okay. I get it. I wouldn't either.
But like I'd have those books, and then like just it seemed like back then, especially around in the area that I grew up in, like anime wasn't really big.
Yeah. No.
And I felt like I had to keep it a secret.
Yeah.
While I was in middle school, like maybe a few other people knew I watched it, but that was like it. Like I felt like kind of ashamed.
Dude, no, I completely understand. That's how I was with Power Rangers. Like for the longest time, I was so like embarrassed that I was watching Power Rangers and like just had to keep it completely hush hush.
And as I got older and stuff, I still followed it. I remember crying after one episode in the Sailor Moon S arc. I remember bawling my eyes out and calling my friend after it aired on Toonami. We was both crying on the phone together, like, why did they do this?
Oh, that's awesome.
I got into the manga and stuff. I found out more about other Sailor Scouts and especially how the creator of Sailor Moon, she's very inspired by fashion back in the 80s and 90s and stuff. And I can't pronounce her name correctly, so everybody please bear with me.
You're fine.
But yeah, I'm really excited about this. This is something that I've always loved.
Yeah.
And like in any time I find out, like I think I had a student one year, his now dad, it's his stepdad.
Yeah.
He came in with a Luna toboggan.
Oh my god.
And I stopped dead in my tracks. I looked at him. I was like, "You're the coolest." And he's like, "What?" I said, "Your toboggan. Sailor Moon's the best. I love your toboggan."
That's awesome.
And he's like, yeah, I love it too. We're getting him to watch it too. I was like, oh, that's great.
Well, I remember when we first started dating, you had told me about a few different anime that I should check out.
Yeah.
Because obviously we were friends before we dated. And so I knew that you were into anime and stuff. We had kind of talked about like Ghibli films and things. And, the first anime you got me to watch was Sword Art Online, which I really enjoyed. I really enjoyed that a lot.
God, man.
And then I wanted you to go watch Digimon Tri premiere with me. And so we made a deal where you would watch Digimon if I would watch Sailor Moon. And I remember trying to watch the original Sailor Moon, the ones that we're watching now. And it was...
it's hard.
It was a bit hard, yeah.
It's hard.
But then you told me that Crystal existed. And so we got further in Crystal.
Yeah.
And like, it wasn't that I didn't enjoy it. It's just, it was one of those where... things kept coming up, and like I was in a space where like I was just rewatching stuff I'd watched before. I wasn't really watching new things at the time. Kind of the main reason I didn't really get into it. But Sailor Moon just like barely missed me. Like I was, obviously I watched Pokemon and Digimon, Dragon Ball Z, and then like when Sailor Moon really started hitting along that time, is when I kind of started dipping out of Toonami. Unfortunately. So like I barely missed Sailor Moon. Like I was never against it, like, oh, this is a girls anime, like it was never anything like that. It was just more, I was watching other stuff at that point.
Ron would help me try to find my brother. Find Sailor Moon stuff, and he did help me find the last movie I needed.
Oh, that's awesome.
He helped me out with that. I remember holding it on the way home. I was like, I cannot wait to watch it. I cannot. And Ron's like, I'll watch it with you. I said, are you sure about that? And also when I turned 13, I woke up the morning of my 13th birthday, and he had made me a giant card.
Aww.
And he somehow found a giant coloring felt poster at Walmart of Sailor Moon. And
oh, wow.
Yeah. I think I still have it, like where I colored it in and stuff. I was like, I was so excited. I was like, I love this so much. Thank you.
That is awesome.
Yeah.
So you've always been into Sailor Moon.
Yeah.
Like it feels like Sailor Moon for you is like what Power Rangers was for me. Like it's very formidable.
Yes.
Yes. We'll say that's the right word.
Yeah.
We'll say that's what I'm looking for. We got Game City Savior in the chat saying, I tried to watch Sailor Moon these last couple of years, but kept restarting. Haven't really seen it since the original Dic airing. So this will be fun. Matt ZR says, I think Sailor Moon might have been my first anime.
Oh, that's great.
So you're in good company. Game City Savior says, Moon, Mercury, and Jupiter are my favorite. Years later, I learned Mercury is a Gemini planet. So that's cool. Most liked blue characters. We were on the school bus on the way home during Toonami just in time for DBZ, but always missed Sailor Moon.
Yeah, I could get off the bus and watch Sailor Moon.
Yeah.
And then they switched it, and it tore me to pieces. It started at 3:30, and I was on the bus at that time. So guess what I got my mom to do?
VCR.
Yeah.
Hell yeah. That's what you gotta do, man.
So
VCR is coming in clutch.
Oh my gosh. And I remember one time she forgot to hit record, and it
devastating.
Yes, it destroyed me, which luckily I think
honestly,
I think at that point it wasn't any of the new episodes.
Yeah.
I think it was just like a rerun of like something from like the
but
very
still
beginning.
Back then, like if you missed one, you may not ever see it again, ever.
Yeah.
Like the Master Rider crossover with Power Rangers, where it's like it's once and it's done.
It's done. Let's get into this. This is the first episode of Sailor Moon Cosmic Power Rewind.
Sailor Moon.
All right. This is Sailor Moon Season 1, Episode 1, The Crybaby Usagi's Beautiful Transformation. Special thanks to SailorMoon.fandom.com and IMDb for this week's episode summaries and more. Oh, and I forgot I have the thing. See?
You're doing great.
This is Episode 1 overall. Original air date in Japan was March 7th, 1992. I got mixed up.
Oh, wow.
And with Dic Dub, it was September 11th, 1995.
September 11th.
I know.
Never forget. the launch of Sailor Moon in 1995.
So like when people say, oh, I've watched this since 1995, I'm like, how'd you get it in 1995? Synopsis of episode 1 by IMDb. Everyday average girl Usagi is about to have her life changed. On the way to school, late as usual, she spots a group of boys picking on a cat. She rushes to its rescue and saves the cat. After saving the cat and pulling a bandage off of her head, Usagi sees a crescent on the cat's forehead and then the cat runs off. Usagi continues to school and her day goes downhill. To cheer her up, Naru, Usagi's best friend, takes her to her mother's jewelry store for a sale. When Usagi gets home, the cat comes to her window for a visit. The cat tells Usagi that she is the one she was searching for. Usagi freaks out over the talking cat. Luna the cat gives Usagi a brooch that she can use to transform into a magical hero. After transforming, Usagi discovers that her friend Naru is in danger and goes to save her as her new hero self, Sailor Moon. Usagi must learn her magic powers and gain control over them. This is Sailor Moon Season 1, Episode 1, The Crybaby Usagi's Beautiful Transformation. Matt.
Yes.
What did you think of this episode?
Oh, Maggie. Man, let me tell you. It was good. Honestly, like, here's the thing. I actually really enjoyed the first episode. I've seen it probably 2 or 3 times at this point. So, like, revisiting it this time, you know, I kind of knew what to expect, but looking at it through the eyes of, like, for the podcast or whatever, I really liked that it was solely focused on Usagi. I thought that, you know, for a show that's about, like, a big group of characters, right? I mean, at the very least, we have 5 eventually, right? And I know there only gets to be more and more after that. So for them to take, like, the whole first episode and just focus on just Usagi and really build her character up. Like, I appreciated that. Yeah. You know, like, I mean, compared to, like, Digimon, where we're, you know, learning all 7 of these kids at the same time, like, being able to really just say, okay, here's Usagi. I also like that Usagi kind of sucks a little. Like, I mean, like, she's great, don't get me wrong.
She's a 14-year-old girl.
Yes, and they nailed that part of her for sure. It's definitely, you know, seeing her, she's not a perfect character. No. You know, like, she has flaws. And I thought all that was really well handled. There was some stuff that was maybe a little cheesy, you know. Yeah, but comes. Yeah. I mean, the first episode's always gonna be, you know. I mean, looking at the first episode of Power Rangers or Pokemon, like, there's some cheese, you know. Yeah. But I will say the thing that struck me, like, that I actually really liked this time around that I didn't really notice the first few times is just how, like, grotesque the bad guys are. Like, especially, like, the one that's pretending to be her mom, like her friend's mom. Like, that's really fucking creepy looking, you know? Like, they did a really good job with that.
And the monsters that they do each episode, they start looking pretty gross and creepy.
Which I love.
In later seasons, the way the monsters appear is really weird as well.
It reminded me, like, as a lifelong Power Ranger fan, it reminded me a lot of early Power Rangers. You know, you get the monster of the week, they have to power up and, you know, do the big move or whatever. I did find it funny that Tuxedo Mask, like, I know the meme.
There's the meme. He doesn't, like, do a damn thing.
He literally did nothing. But that's what was funny about it, you know? And me and you talked a little bit about this, but, like, the whole Sailor V side of things, like, I wish that there was, like, a side anime that, like, covered Sailor V stuff, you know? Almost like the history of Trunks or something. Seeing as how Sailor V already exists. Yeah. You know, when we first start Sailor Moon, it's just interesting that typically you would see this character be, like, the first one, right? And so just kind of, I just wish we could get more info. I know I could obviously read. I could read the manga, but I was like, I ain't gonna read. Like, come on.
The manga's not that long.
Like? Come on, get out of here.
I think it's like, the last time I looked, I think it was like 3 books. All right, you ready?
I'm ready. Are you ready?
I'm ready. But first, this episode is brought to you by part of a free 30-day trial of Amazon Prime. Have you ever wanted access to a world of entertainment, speedy deliveries, and exclusive deals? With Amazon Prime, you can get all that and more.
Ooh.
Stream thousands of movies and TV shows like The Boys. And also, you can get a free trial of Crunchyroll, apparently, through...
A free trial in the free trial?
Yeah.
Hot damn.
2 for 1. Listen to ad-free music and enjoy unlimited reading. Plus, with Prime's fast and free shipping, you'll never have to wait long for your orders. Ready to experience the best of Amazon?
I sure am.
Use our link in the description of this episode to sign up for a free 30-day trial of Amazon Prime today. Discover all the benefits and see how it can make your life easier and more enjoyable. Don't miss out on this hopefully awesome opportunity. And now, back to the show.
You said hopefully awesome opportunity. That's the name of our channel.
I said the thing.
You said the thing. I guess I'll have to be Superman 4, The Quest for Peace.
Also, I'm just throwing this out here. We are not watching the Dic version because it's like basically lost media in some ways now. So I'm just saying we're watching the Viz Media dub.
Yeah, Matt ZR said, thankfully, the Power Rangers Master Rider crossover isn't so limited nowadays. I agree, and I am thankful. I actually have it on DVD now. Honestly, I think Power Rangers would work really well as an anime. You know, especially if you could do it like in the style of like the Boom comics. Matt ZR also in chat says, when I saw Crystal and the Viz Media redub, it took me a while to get used to hearing Usagi.
Same here. Crystal didn't bother me too much because it's a different animation style. But like whenever I tried to listen to the Viz dub first, I was like, no, can't do it.
Yeah.
Never will.
It always weirds me out whenever I hear the other actors do like the Digimon voices, especially in like Try.
Yeah.
Because it's like, I know those voices like the back of my hand, you know? And like hearing somebody else, it's hard.
It's kind of like whenever I hear this Luna speak in the Viz Media dub, I still miss the Dic one because she was older sounding.
Yeah.
And I like that. And I was just like, this isn't Luna. All right, you ready?
I'm ready, Maggie.
War, what is it good for? Sorry.
What is it good for? Absolutely nothing. Say it again. War!
That's right, everybody. Maggie, what is war? What is it good for?
This is how the plot has progressed this week.
Okay.
Usagi gets cosmic powers and is told she's the guardian Sailor Moon. Luna tells her about finding the Moon Princess and other Sailor Scouts. Usagi has to believe in herself in order to save others. We find out about the Dark Kingdom and Queen Beryl. They are needing energy from humans for their master. We also meet our first Dark Kingdom member, Jadeite.
The Master Bader?
No, just master.
Do we know who their master is? I guess we're not supposed to know yet.
Queen Beryl says master. She didn't say the name of it yet.
Could it be Satan?
No.
No, I like it. All
right. Welcome to the party, pal.
Welcome to the party, pal.
All right. There's quite a few.
Now, Maggie, this being our first episode, do you want to inform everybody what Welcome to the Party Pal is?
Welcome to the Party Pal is characters that we meet in the episodes, probably for the first time, or first time and the only time.
Yes. First time in a long time, and only time. Yeah. That are important. Like, obviously, you know, fucking Brainy. We don't have to mention him even though he's in here. I know that's not his name.
No.
That's what I call him. Hey, girls, it's me. You want to see my D3?
Shut up.
My name's Melvin.
Of course, we meet Usagi Tsukino, which is also Sailor Moon. Luna, the talking cat. Mamoru Chiba, which is Tuxedo Mask. Naru Asuka. That's Sailor Moon's best friend. Umino is the annoying nerdy guy. Melvin. Ikuk. I can't say it.
Ikuku
is Sailor Moon's mom. Shingo is Sailor Moon's brother. Haruna Sakuruda. Mayumi Osaka. Morga, which is the bad guy. Queen Beryl, and Jadeite.
So, did they not change the names for the dubs?
Viz Media they did not change the names.
Okay.
Dic did, but I'll get into that here in a bit.
Gotcha. Okay, makes sense.
All right, now it's time to talk about Creep of the Week.
Major Funky.
Yeah.
Our Creep of the Week is Morga. And
Maggie?
this is where
Yes.
we will talk about the monster or creep, because most of the time the Sailor Scouts call them creeps.
You're a creep.
That the bad guys always make up.
Can we put Melvin on the list?
No, we can't.
He's a creep.
It's Umino. Just so
So
everybody
I
know.
creep. Yeah.
And Morga also takes the place of Naru's mom. Like, she becomes a version of Naru's mom, and then...
Part where she like turns her head around.
Oh, yeah.
Freak me
Man,
out,
how the face is also drawn.
I feel like, okay, everybody stick with me for a second.
Oh, God.
All right. I feel like Robert Rodriguez watched this
Yeah.
and used it as inspiration for From Dusk Till Dawn.
He probably did.
Because, like, those vampires
Mm-hmm.
look a lot like Morga.
Very much.
All right? A lot. Do you remember when we watched that the first time?
Yes.
Like, I knew what was coming.
No, I didn't
Like,
know it
you
was
had
going.
no idea.
No, I didn't. I went, what?
I was like, surprise, asshole, it's a vampire movie. It's so good.
So, Matt,
Yes, Maggie.
where would we rank Morga as the creep of the week?
Well, I did enjoy her look. I thought she was scary. Giving Jules away was nice.
Yeah. But
would
they're
say-
still expensive.
Yeah. And I am curious how Usagi's best friend's mother is going to deal with the fallout of going into bankruptcy. I doubt that'll be covered. So I'm going to say number 1.
Yeah. Okay. Number 1, Morga for creep of the week.
I like it.
All right. Now we move on to Dic.
Dick.
I love it so much. All right. In this segment, the Dic Dub, as it's called, I'm going to dive into what all they changed
Between the original and the Dic Dub.
between where they got it from Japan to when Dic got their hands on the rights.
So this is not
This
the Viz Media dub
No.
changes. This is specifically the 90s
No.
Dic dub.
There is so much.
Would you
Okay.
say that Dic acted like a couple of dicks?
Yes. Episode title in the Dic version was A Moon Star is Born.
Ah, boo!
Yeah.
When I was copying that over, I didn't realize it's
yeah.
a pun on the movie A Star Is Born.
Yeah.
Ugh.
And then
I hate that.
also in the dub, 1 minute and 20 seconds of information from the episode Usagi's Awakening, A Message from the Distant Past, was inserted into this episode, explaining all the past stuff, the Silver Millennium long before it was explained in the original. So, like, in America, when I started watching it, I got to know all about Queen Serenity and all this crap beforehand. So yeah, so they took like a very long clip from one episode way far away from us right now
Yeah.
and put it at the beginning of this episode.
That's really odd.
Yeah.
Like, to make it easier to follow, I guess?
Yeah.
In their opinion.
Yeah.
Wow. That's really stupid.
Also, here's some more changes that they did.
All right.
Usagi's introduction at the beginning of the episode was cut out. Usagi's mom woke Usagi up in
So wait. What do you mean? It was
she said, I'm 14 years old, and
they didn't include that?
No.
So they added all this crap about Silver Millennium, but they but
Yeah.
you don't need to know who the fuck the main character is.
Yes, Matt, see, our Dic butchered it. They
God.
did, man.
God
Like,
almighty.
Okay, Usagi's mom woke Usagi up in the original, but that was edited to an alarm clock waking her up instead.
But if she was late,
Yeah.
why would her?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm
The,
gonna stop questioning every single thing because it sounds like they're just morons.
apparently they shortened the scene of Usagi taking the bandage off of Luna. In the original Japanese, Usagi's teacher, Miss Haruna, had Usagi stand in the hallway as discipline for being late to school. A scene that was cut out in the English dub.
Huh. Now wait, do we think that the reason why they cut out these bits and pieces was to make room for the Silver Millennium
Probably,
stuff?
yes. And also, it's frowned upon in, like, English schools to make to punish students like that.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah. The scene of Usagi, Umino, and Naru talking about Sailor V was cut out.
Yeah, because that's not important to the show.
The all important to Mamoru was cut out, or he calls her
Bunhead.
Well, in the Dic version, he calls her Meatball Head because Bunhead would not been acceptable because we wouldn't have understood as English people.
But I mean,
Yeah.
we have like hamburger buns.
Stop.
But I'm just saying, like bun transcends like countries.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, come on,
I
come
know.
on.
Anyways, her mom scolding her for bad grades and Usagi mimicking the Sailor V kick at Shingo were edited out. A scene of Morga choking Naru was cut out because that would imply your mom is choking a child.
That makes sense.
A scene of a girl going after Sailor Moon with a broken glass bottle, causing her to slam into a blue pillar, was replaced by one of Morga coming at her. Several other cuts were made, and all 2 minutes and 15 seconds were shaved off of this episode.
Dang.
Usagi's failed English test was changed to a failed algebra test.
Why? I mean, because we have English.
But over there, they're learning to speak English.
Yeah, but I mean, like we still have English class.
I know, but
you know? Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm doing that thing where I'm
Yes.
questioning idiots again. I'm sorry.
In the Dic version, she is known as Serena.
Serena.
Serena/Usagi had known about Sailor V for a long time before the series started, but originally she didn't know about Sailor V until Umino, or Melvin in the Dic version, mentioned the name for the first time. Also, Naru's name in the Dic version was Molly.
Now
and
wait.
she had a very New Jersey accent.
Now wait a second. So Sailor Moon in the version that we watched didn't know Sailor V until
Until they started talking about it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
But in
And
the Dic version, she knew. Okay.
She was aware of Sailor V.
Gotcha.
Usagi's mother says that Umino's mother called her about the test in the dub. Originally, she says she only bumped into Umino, which is how she found out about the test.
Okay.
Her mother angrily kicks her out of the house upon discovering her failed test in the original. That was edited to her telling Serena, or Usagi, to go to the library to study for a makeup exam in the English dub. Usagi's brother Shingo, Sammy in the English dub. Oh my god, that is
Sammy.
right. I forgot that they changed his name to Sammy.
Slappy Sammy.
Made his first appearance in this episode, but his appearance was cut in the English dub.
Wow.
Yeah, because they cut out where she did the Sailor V kick at him.
So like we just didn't know she had a brother.
No.
Wow.
For Usagi's first encounter with Mamoru, his pet name for her changed to Meatball Head from Dumpling Head, since dumplings are less common in North America. She leaves the encounter finding him cute in the English version, but only a weirdo in the original, which is true.
I like the weirdo version better.
And then also in the Dic version, the transformation footage changes during the skirt and tiara sequence.
What'd they change?
I think they cut it in such a way because they didn't want to show booty, I guess. I know they changed. Listen, Dic did not like nudity.
Yeah, even though it's not even like really nudity, because like her whole
No.
body is like a swirl or whatever.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, they butchered the crap out of this.
That's crazy.
Yeah. Now it's time for Can You Spot the Difference?
Sailor Moon!
All right. In this segment, this is comparing the animated show, to the manga.
So this is where the last one was the
Dic.
Dic versus the original.
Yeah.
This is the anime versus the manga.
Yeah.
Okay. The original anime.
Yeah.
Okay. Gotcha.
Yeah, the first episode is based on manga chapter Act 1, Usagi Sailor Moon, but with a few differences. Queen Beryl didn't appear until Act 2. Usagi visited the game center to play the Sailor V game, and Motoki Furuhata made his first appearance, which is the guy that works in the video game store. She has a crush on him. In the anime, Usagi only looks at a poster of Sailor V game outside the game center before continuing to walk home, and Motoki does not make an appearance until the next episode. Usagi has a dream of herself playing in the Sailor V game, taking down a monster and saving Motoki and the cat with the crescent-shaped bald spot. I forgot about that. Luna scratched Usagi in the face twice in the manga. Once after she was stepped on and Usagi kissed her, and the other time was to wake Usagi up to reprimand her for calling her crescent moon a bald spot.
God damn. Luna's kicking ass.
Luna's a woman. She don't take no sass from anybody. Ikuku was reading a newspaper on Sailor V. She is reading something on the table at the beginning of the episode in the anime, but is unknown as to what it is. Usagi accidentally steps on Luna while running to school in the anime. She saves Luna from children who are tormenting her.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
It's the save the cat moment.
Yes.
That literally saved the cat.
Yep.
Wow. Good on them.
Tuxedo Mask did not reveal himself to Sailor Moon until after the Yoma, which is Morga, was defeated. He also did not throw a rose as a distraction. The Yoma Sailor Moon fought was never named. That was just the name of the monsters that the Dark Kingdom gave them.
Gotcha. Was Yoma?
Yoma.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. The Morga references having Mayumi tied up Naru's mom in the basement. The anime never shows this. The manga, however, did show Mayumi.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
It's dark.
Yeah. At the end, Usagi out in the hall was overhearing Naru talking about what happened yesterday. Yeah, she goes, yeah, Sailor Moon came and rescued me and my mom and everybody else. It was so cool meeting her. And Usagi's standing on the hall like, that's awesome.
So wait, so that was in the manga?
Yeah.
I wish they would have put that.
Yeah.
That was a good little bit.
Yeah. But it does happen a few more times, like if Naru or Umino ever is safe from Sailor Moon, they go to school the next day and be like, can you believe that Sailor Moon saved me last night? So we do get to see it some in the anime.
Cool. That's cool.
All right. Are you ready for That's Just Prime?
I'm born ready.
Well, that's just prime.
Yeah.
All right.
Maggie, what is That's Just Prime?
I was about to explain it.
I'm sorry.
I've gotten the hang of it, man. This is the best quotes or quotes that we found interesting or funny.
Best quotes of the episode.
Yeah.
Sorry. No, stop apologizing.
Sorry. This first one's between Usagi and Mamoru.
Okay.
You want to be Mamoru?
I'll be Usagi. I'm joking. I'll be Mamoru.
Okay. All right, here we go. I can't believe this.
Ouch.
Sorry.
A 30? What are you, stupid? You should study harder, dumpling head.
And then, of course, the most famous one. I bet people could probably say this in their sleep. I am Sailor Moon, the pretty soldier of justice. In the name of the moon, I will punish you.
What is the thing that she does?
She does. Let's see. There's
I
more.
thought she did.
There's more.
She did like a thing.
Oh, that's after she transforms.
Okay.
And then,
So it's what?
this.
Did I got it?
Yeah. I was trying to see what she's doing there, but she's doing peace. Wow. All right, let's get into. Wait, did I write something? I can't remember. Okay. Sorry. Let's get into puberty, but with superpowers.
Yeah.
Yep.
Bingo.
Big change.
Nailed it.
All right. Puberty with superpowers. We'll talk about like if she gains a new move and if we get a new Sailor Scout, what their powers are and stuff.
Yeah. Gotcha.
Also, if Tuxedo Mask ever does anything.
So never.
Usagi can now transform into the pretty guardian Sailor Moon. The power she used in this episode was her supersonic hearing, which is through the red parts in her buns.
I thought that was just like for looks. I didn't realize they had a purpose.
And screaming, the supersonic thing that only happens there, and that's it.
So never again.
Never again.
I wonder if it's because it was annoying as shit.
Probably. And also her main move during this whole arc Moon tiara magic. Her tiara turns into a glowing frisbee of doom. That was my words, personally.
Well done, Maggie. Well done. That's the best way I've ever seen anything described ever. Well done. Very proud of you.
That thing slices through anything.
It does. It does. Glowing frisbee of doom.
Yes.
I love it.
Sailor Moon references. Part of a bigger universe. You just don't know yet.
You become part of a bigger universe. You just don't know it yet.
There it is.
There it is. All right, here we talk about any references. Sailor V appeared in a non-speaking role as part of her daydream, which made her the first Sailor Senshi, which is Scout in Japanese, to appear in the series. She was also the first to appear in the manga and live-action versions.
Live action version.
Oh, yeah.
Are we going to watch the live action version?
No.
Ah, man.
Luna's a puppet.
That's amazing. I love that.
Awful. Like, I got to watch some of it because, like, people, I guess, like in Canada that got to get a lot of this stuff back in the 90s. They're like, it's so great. And I'm like, watching, I'm like, no, it's not. Chiyoko Kawashima, who would later provide the voice of Sailor Pluto, made her first appearance in this episode as Shingo and Haruna. So she is the teacher and Usagi's brother.
Oh, wow.
In the Japanese version. And also there's a book titled on Usagi's dresser. It's Sailor V. So I guess she did know. I don't know. It's still still up in the air if she knows about Sailor V or not.
Maybe she forgot that she knew about it. I mean, Usagi doesn't strike me as the most aware character, you know? Oh, I thought it was Sailor 5. Like, that's... She didn't realize Sailor V was the person because she thought it was a terrible joke. I'm sorry.
Let's get into this. Remy Zero!
Yeah, I like these guys. Yeah. Remy Zero!
I'm losing... I'm
well done.
running out of steam here, guys.
I mean, you've only heard me say it literally 140 times. You're fine. Right. Maggie, I just want to say you're doing a fantastic job.
Thank you.
You're doing a great job. Very
My
proud of you.
My cheeks hurt. I've been smiling so much.
Very proud of you.
All right.
You're doing great.
So, the Sailor Moon theme song, Moonlight oh my lord, I'm going to butcher this. Denetsu by Takanori Arasawa, which also did the music for Digimon as well.
Oh, like the show?
Mm-hmm.
Like in
Seasons
Japanese?
1 through 3, yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah.
So there's more to this than meets the eye.
Yeah, I didn't expect that.
I didn't either.
Wherever I read that one, what?
Well, I know on the back of the Digimon, the movie DVD box, it says from the animators of Dragon Ball Z and Sailor Moon.
Yeah.
Which I think doesn't really mean anything. Like, you know.
Yeah. Well, I mean, Toy anime, they handled Sailor Moon, so did they?
I guess.
They might have.
I guess. Who knows? Who can say? They probably just lied about it so that people would buy the DVD.
Maybe.
I mean, the fact that that's how they were advertising Digimon the movie just says everything you need to know about what they thought about that movie, you know? They had an Angela Anaconda short at the beginning of it, for God's sakes. Anyway.
This was the first episode to use Moonlight Legend as the opening theme and Heart Moving as the ending theme. In the Dic version, they took the melody of the song, and I'm pretty certain people could probably sing that one in their sleep if they watched it enough.
Fighting evil by moonlight,
winning love by daylight.
When it comes to real fight, she's the one named Sailor Moon. The fact that I can sing it, says a lot.
But yeah, Dic just decided to just change it entirely.
Right. I mean, Digimon didn't even attempt it. They're like, if I just say a few times, you got it.
Did I stutter? We're getting to Sailor Says.
Bye now.
So Sailor Says was a real thing. Dic did. They, at the end of every episode, they had like a little cute little public service announcement.
Yeah.
And what is awesome is that there's actually a YouTube channel called Sailor Says on YouTube, and they have every archived Sailor Says from the Dic Dub.
That's wonderful. That's fantastic.
And I made him watch it.
And it was, well, I mean, you
It's
saw it
just
for yourself. It was great.
all that laughing at the end, that was the end of the Sailor Says. It was just her laughing the whole time. But in the Sailor Says lesson that we learned is to be true to yourself, to believe in yourself, pretty much.
It's good words to live by. Be true to your school.
Oh, God.
Just like you would for your girl or guy. All right, I'm done. I won't bring Stargirl into this.
Please don't bring Stargirl in it.
Stargirl?
No,
Sailor
No.
Moon?
they're not the same. They are not the same. They are not the same.
Okay, fair enough. That's fair.
None of them play a ukulele, Matt.
Big missed opportunity.
Yeah. Next week on Sailor Moon.
Next time, Gadget. Next time.
Next.
No, it says next time.
I know.
Gadget.
I just love the fact this is Beast Wars.
You know,
we got
we gotta
keep the tradition going.
Yeah, we gotta rep it.
All right.
You know.
Next week, season 1, episode 2. Punishment awaits. The House of Fortune is the Monster Mansion.
Good God, that is the longest title.
That's
Holy
how they
God.
named episodes back then. So,
Punishment awaits. The House of Fortune is the Monster Mansion.
and I'll tell you a little something about this.
Okay.
Deke completely cut out this episode, so I have never laid eyes on this one. So next week will be my first time ever
Wait.
watching it.
For real?
Yeah, for real.
Well,
Because I
wait,
went
so
ahead.
I may have seen it and you haven't?
Mm-hmm, probably.
Wow.
Because I went ahead just to see,
Fake fan.
just to see, like what the other title would be.
Yeah.
And it said like Deke, and it was blank. I was like, oh my God, they cut an episode.
Wow.
Which is very classic for them. I mean, they cut
Classic Deke move.
out, like, I remember watching some, the Japanese dub on YouTube back in college,
Yeah.
and it shows Sailor Mars smacking the far out of Usagi.
Oh, wow.
Just-
That's
And I was
awesome.
like, I never remembered that as a child. It's because Deke probably cut it out. Please call 1-423-403-4162. Leave a voicemail. It's only U.S. only. Not sure about,
International rates.
international rates. Don't know. But please leave a voicemail, and you may be a part of a segment next week.
Week's episode. Let us know what you thought about
Yeah.
episode 2. We'll try and, if we get enough voicemails before the episodes, we'll try and we'll include them in that episode.
Yeah.
But we're going to try and keep them with the voicemails being about the episode we're talking
Yes.
about. All right, everybody. That's going to wrap it up for us for this week's episode of Sailor Moon's
Cosmic Power Rewind.
our weekly podcast where we rewatch Sailor Moon. That's right. Remember, if you'd like to be a part of the show, you can head over to patreon.com/hopefullyawesome. You can get your name in every episode we do. You can also get access to the Google Drives and all that fun stuff. Remember, this episode was brought to you in part by Amazon Prime, a free 30-day trial. So be sure and hit up the link in the description of this episode to get that. We'll be back again next week with Season 1, Episode 2. Punishment awaits. The House of Fortune is the Monster Mansion. Remember to give us your voicemails and let us know what you thought about the episode so you can be included in a future episode. Maggie, well done on your first ever hosting duties. Well done.
Barf.
You did great. You did great, kid.
Thanks.
You did good, kid. You did good.
I'm kind of looking forward to topping up the next week. So.
Yeah, you did great. Honestly, I'm very proud of you. But that's going to wrap it up for us, everybody. Thanks for watching, and as always,
Have a hopefully awesome day.
bye.